What's up, everyone, and you're now tuned in to vlog entry number 10 of Let's Talk with D.Jon. It is a D.Jon exclusive. We have sitting with us on the couch the founder of Restless Rascals and the I Have Glaucoma movement. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the D.Jon couch, D.Banks.
I'm happy to be here.
I'm happy to have you.
You always have a lot of good people. Like, everybody that you have, I'd be like, what I gotta do to get on the couch? But obviously, you gotta be doing a lot.
You don't have to do much to get on the couch. You really don't.
You gotta do a lot to get on the couch. But I'm happy. I'm doing something.
You have, and like we've been trying to get this, going for a little while and having unofficial interviews and stuff like that. But we finally got the real interview going on now. So this is the actual stuff. So let's just get into the whole Restless Rascals and the I Have Glaucoma movement and just tell people, what made you want to go and branch out on and get your own things together.
Well, Restless Rascals started in 2010. And like most people, I was all over the place. I didn't know who my target was. I just knew I wanted a brand. And even though I was doing a lot and I was moving around a lot, I was mostly dealing with rappers and people like that, and it helped. Like, it helped elevate it because I was by myself, so I had to figure out a way to make a lot of people see me at one time, but I still didn't have kind of like a direct market still. So I took a break. I realized I was like, this not working. Like, people don't even know what my brand is. I was still trying to figure it out, but somehow it worked. But I read a book, and in the book there's this brand called Cure, and his main purpose is to teach people about diabetes. So even after a year of me reading it, I'm like, dang, like, I've never seen that. Like, everybody want to make their clothing lines about money and cars and women, which is, that's your choice. Yeah. It's your choice. But I feel like a lot of the times that's a short run venture because that gets old. And I didn't want my brand to be old. I just wanted it to be timeless. I wanted something that's not going away, but it's always still raising awareness. Even though you may push it away, it's still there. So I had to come up. There was a passage in the book that he basically was like, you have to make everything that you do personal. So I was like, well, what's personal to me? And I'm like, well, I was born with cataracts. I was diagnosed at 12. I was written off at 16 not to be able to see, and I was like, that's the story.
That's your story.
I was like,
that's your truth.
Nobody else has that. And then it turned into this. And I just kept growing off of it, and then I had to come up with a way to engage younger people. Anywhere that you see, everybody's always like, glaucoma is associated to smoking weed. Now, it is to a certain degree, but that's the only way people know about it. Mm-hmm. People don't understand that you can be very young and be diagnosed and not know it. So I was like, well, if this design making it look like he's smoking weed, which he's not, but if this is going to catch your attention and you're like, well, all right, that's weed, then you're going to want to hear it. And then when I tell you all of the facts about glaucoma, you like, damn, I didn't know all of that was going, you know what I'm saying? I thought that was an old person's disease or condition or whatever. I'm like, nah, you at 22 could go to the eye doctor and find out that you have glaucoma, and it's no signs. It's nothing that you can prepare yourself for. It's basically you just going to the doctor, getting a checkup, and they do a test that's about 10 or 15 minutes, and then you find out.
Right.
And you had no indication, and I'm like, can't be naive. The eyes are the one thing that people do not take care of. Even after they go to the doctor, they have glasses, they have contacts, they don't wear them because it doesn't work with what they got. They're not used to it. So I'm like, man, your sight is your most precious sense. You could deal with not being able to smell.
Right.
You could deal with
that's not really a big deal, but your eyes.
Even if you can't hear, you could still write it down and get your point across. But it's like, your sight, you missing everything. Psychologically, that can mess you up if you weren't already born into it. So my thing is just don't think that shit too young. Go get the test. If you don't like glasses, get you some contacts. And most people my age won't have it as severe as I do. So when they see me, it's like, oh wait, is that bad? But I'm like, no. By the time you get to where I'm at, you'll be much older in age. You're not even gonna be worrying about it. But at least know, so you can slow down the process before it gets there. So it was just, I had to pull from my own personal experience. I go to the doctor a lot. I was like, people don't know this life, and that's still my life. But I want you to know that it may not get this bad, but don't let it get this bad. Because I didn't have a choice. It just happened.
I'm glad you brought up the point about weed and marijuana. So with hip hop nowadays, it's like weed is very popularized in
they got magazines, they got
right
all kinds
in the music, in hip hop, and you know, most people, that's what they talk about in their music. So you know, I know with, you know, I hear a lot of things about with glaucoma. You know, most people that have glaucoma, weed is the correct term. Marijuana is prescribed. So can you like elaborate more on that for like people, you know, that think that, you know, oh, they got glaucoma, so off jump they just think they just out here just smoking weed just because you have glaucoma, and you can get it over the counter or whatnot. So just kind of clarify that for people.
I mean, in other states, of course, it's legal. So depending on where you're at, you could probably say, well, they can. Like California, like Washington, all of those places are legal, so they have medical cards, they can do all of that. But just because you have glaucoma, you don't smoke weed. You have medications that regulate you, and depending on how bad your condition is, you can go anywhere from a simple drop to maybe taking just a simple pill, and it's not that big of a deal, where you don't have surgeries, you don't have anything. But for the most part, man, that's just medicine. It's a lot of people that have glaucoma that are much older, and I mean, some of them smoke weed and some of them do. You know, that's just really your personal preference. I'm gonna be honest, because I feel like if I'm telling you about something, I have to try it out for myself. So for myself, I legit took a month off and I didn't take my medication. Now, I'm supposed to take medication twice a day, 7 days a week. That's my life. And I said, well, I'm reading all of these studies, and I'm seeing all of this about marijuana, about glaucoma, because I was still naive to certain things. So I smoked weed for a month and I didn't take my medicine. Just to see, I wanted to see the difference. And even though my story may not be close, you can try it for yourself if you already smoke weed. But I smoked for a month, and I went back to the doctor. And I mean, if they watch this, they gonna know. But I went back to the doctor. But it was my own self-experience. It wasn't, my doctors didn't tell me to do it. I wanted to know. And of course, for stuff like this, because I'm promoting my documentary and the mixtape, I need people to know what I did. So a month went by, and I just smoked. Just a joint a day. It wasn't nothing out of, nothing major.
It was just your own experience.
It was just my own experiment. I went back to the doctor, and they were like, well, your pressure's up. They're evening out. You're good. But I did it again, but I was taking my medication with it, and my pressures dropped tremendously. So it helped, but it wasn't the cure to something. So that's a lot of the misconception. People that just smoke weed and then they're not thinking about the medication. And I'm not really pro medication, but if I see it can help, it's helping, then I'll do it. But if it's not helping you, then don't take medicine just to take it. I don't like medicine. I don't like medicine.
I don't think anybody likes medicine.
Yeah.
But let's move on, because I'm glad you did bring up about your mixtape and your documentary. So let's talk about the mixtape that you're working on. Is I have glaucoma.
It's the same thing.
So let's elaborate on that and tell us who to look forward to on the mixtape and what type of sounds that we're gonna hear, because I know that you did in the past. You did a mixtape. So
yeah,
just kind of tell us what can we expect. Is it gonna be anything different and whatnot?
It's a lot of hype and chill songs. Like, it's like there's a few chill songs where you can vibe to, and then it's like literally a smoking mixtape, because I still want to keep you. I want you to know weed is important to glaucoma, but it's not everything. So I was like, I can't make a mixtape about, hey, take your drops. And no, I still wanted you to keep in mind what glaucoma is, but don't let it bring you down. But you could also, if you smoke, and that's how you manage your glaucoma, so be it. You have a song on there that might get you ready for the club, but it's still a mellowed song. It's not super hype. There's songs where it's like you're like almost in a lounge. Like they have a song that by Sick Hop. It's very chill. Like it's on your way going to wherever you're going, just relaxing. You probably didn't smoke and you got your head right. You turn on his music, and it's just chilling. And there's some songs by the guy D.Banks, where he made a song about Mardi Gras, and it's upbeat, but you know what happens at Mardi Gras. So it's just I feel like it's just all, some of it a little gangster to get you out there to hustle. So it's mixed, but I did it because I've always done mixtapes, and I needed a soundtrack for my documentary. So I was like, I'm gonna ask people who I feel like can give me great quality work, and I got that. This can put together the documentary even more, because music puts you in a feeling, and it puts your mind at a certain ease. So it's like some of those parts during the documentary, I can already see how I want it to be filmed, just because their music made me feel like that. So it was talent, but it was also how that particular person made me feel when their music come on. So it was more than talent. It was a lot of factors. But I don't know. I want my vision to be seen, and I don't like to talk much. I got to now.
You got to, because you about to get your Spike Lee on with this documentary. Now, you and kids.
But
like what made you want to do a documentary?
Like I don't like stuff like
like when she told me you was doing a documentary, I'm like, she's doing a documentary.
Yes, because I wanted people to know, and this is one of the things that I'm working on for myself, because I don't like this, and I understand that the path that I'm trying to go down, I'm going to have to be there, out there. So I was like, instead of being forced to do it, you just do it. And I have to be in the forefront of the documentary. I feel like this will break my issue with being in front of people. So I'm really putting myself in an uncomfortable situation.
I can tell you right now, you are doing a hell of a job.
Because once I start talking, I'm okay, but I don't like the leading up to it. I'm like, God damn.
You are doing.
I just want to sell a shirt, and I just want her to film, but I know, and that's another reason. Just like the music, and all of those people putting in account of what they're doing, and they believe in what they're doing. That's why I chose Kiss to film it, because I knew she was gonna take care of me like they took care of me with their music. And it's like, now I have to take care of other people with showing it. So I have to give you, I gotta step outside of my comfort zone. I got to, and I don't like it. But it's I guess.
So we got the mixtape coming up, we got the documentary, but what is next coming up with I Have Glaucoma, the brand, and Restless Rascals? I can't forget about that.
Well, Restless Rascals, this is like the intro to what Restless Rascals is about to be. Like I said, I didn't have a vision for it. So now that I know I want glaucoma to be my focus around my entire brand after this, like basically after I get this out there and people know about glaucoma, then it's still Restless Rascals because it's still on there, but I want to put the movement out there so to get ready for the relaunch of Restless Rascals, because it'll be all about glaucoma now. So I was like, if I start here and then branch off from here, then people will understand it. But if I had a whole brand about glaucoma and I didn't even give you a backstory, I didn't give you anything, you like, nah. So I'm like, before I just waste money and it may not work, I'm like, this is the only 2 shirts I got. Because I was like, I'm
not about to do all that.
I'm not doing all of that. I've been down that road. I've bought shirts and been stuck with them. So I'm like, now I have to play it a little bit smarter. So I was like, I got 2 shirts. If I need to do something like interviews or take pictures, I got 2 shirts.
If you need me to model them, I model them.
Yeah, you got And then as I see the response with people, once the documentary comes, I'll probably get like a small batch just for people that I know. But once the documentary come out, then I'll start with this being my major launch and then go from there. So I can't talk about it, man. My mind be going all over the place with designs, because it's like once your mind is fixated on a plan, is like, oh.
That's how you know you're a creative person, when your mind is just going all
the
time,
man.
every day, all day. You just be thinking about
like,
stuff.
I don't have money for none of this. So slow down. Like, y'all write it down and we'll get to it later. We gonna get to it. But, this idea is actually 4 years old. This bin was in a notebook. It wasn't time for it to surface. So timing is everything. Just because it happened now, things come full circle if that's what it's supposed to be and where you're supposed to be. So I don't know what's gonna happen with this. I hope that it take off and it really help people to realize what it is that I'm trying to do and look good at the same time. So we'll see. I got high hopes. I got real high hopes, but
you gotta have confidence in yourself.
I have confidence.
If you don't, ain't nobody else gonna have confidence.
They don't, and I have confidence, but I have to play it smart.
You do.
I have to give people this in small doses so they can understand. Mm-hmm. So I was like, nah, I just can't go out and go get like 100 shirts and be like, here. It's like, nah, that's not gonna work. Like, nah, 2. So if you see me in one of these shirts, it's one of these 2. Until I get everything situated and it's all, I'm promoting. I got an Instagram.
Well, since you're promoting, can you tell everybody where they can reach you at, where they can, see more of this
I mostly
and whatnot?
on Instagram. Instagram is like, I get a lot more attention on that. I think because Facebook is more of like my friends and stuff, so they see it all the time. With Instagram, I can reach out to more people. Yeah. In my case, I'ma still use Facebook, but for right now, it's I have glaucoma, and that's EYEHAVGALUC. Because I say it so much. So it's just like the I is I have glaucoma, and that's Instagram and Snapchat. I'm mostly on those 2. So kids need to put that at the bottom of the screen.
I hope she do.
Because they might be like, what?
What? Like, girl, I'm gonna have to rewind this and write this.
But it's I have glaucoma, but instead of this I, it's your I. EYE. Just I don't know. We gonna put that at the bottom of the screen because y'all probably like. Nah.
We're requesting that you put that at the bottom of the screen. Please and thank you.
So they could know. But we gonna see. I'm being hopeful. I'm not trying to think too far ahead, but I am. It's like I'm patient. A 4-year idea. I'm like, at least it's out there, so Now I just have to put in the footwork to make you buy it and understand it and donate to other people.
Understand it, then buy it.
Then buy it. Yeah. So that's why I'm in small quantities. Like, I don't need you to understand what I'm doing. Because some people just buy stuff and they don't even know what they got on. Yeah. And I'm like, no, I want you to understand what you got on. I want you to understand what you represent. That's my take on it. That's
with that being said, thank you so much for taking the time out and doing this little interview with little old me.
Man, chill out. Chill out. You and kids about to be. I'm trying to be like y'all when I grew up.
I hope so.
I'm trying to be like you, but y'all will see everything else on a documentary. Because if I sit here and I tell y'all everything, it'll be pointless.
We ain't doing that.
Nah.
So don't forget to check out the I Have Glaucoma Mixtape and documentary coming very soon.
April
But
16th.
you gotta follow her on social media, Snapchat and Instagram, to find out when this stuff is going to drop. Alright? So I want to thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart. You know I love y'all always and forever. Don't forget to subscribe to Let's Talk with D.Jon right here on YouTube. That's it. Until next time, peace and love.